welcome back to our Digital Campfire Stories, episode 7!
7, well, depending on which part of the world. Did you do it like this?
This is the right way.
This is the right way for me.
Right.
Anyway, so.
In this video, we will talk about our first stealth camp experience in Santa Monica, aka sleeping on the street in a van. Not on a street.
True. So, welcome to our Digital Campfire Stories, where we talk about the fuck-ups and lessons that we have learned in our road trips.
Yes.
In our road trips. So you can all hopefully learn from them or just laugh, right?
And be entertained.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
So, I'm Jen.
I'm Yvonne.
And as I mentioned, we're from Road Trip Explorers, so hold tight, grab your hot tea or chocolate or
beer.
rum or whatever, and sit and enjoy. So, stealth camping in Santa Monica.
How did we get into that?
Yeah, well, I remember that if you haven't, I think it's episode number 1 where we talk about our deer accident. There we got hit by a deer. You can check that one out. And then we didn't have more plans, right? Like our whole route kind of got screwed up. So Jen, I wanted to see LA. I wanted to see what was a big fuss about LA. So we drove back to LA.
I'd been to LA before. I mean, we were coming from Las Vegas in that moment. I'd been to LA before. Honestly speaking, I know I might offend some people here, but I am not an LA fan. I'm just not. I don't get the fuss. I think Hollywood is just dirty, nothing special. But obviously, if you haven't been there and you have all these, Hollywood dreams and California way of life, you kind of need to see it, right?
Right. Big disappointment. I agree. When we drove down what is the name of that street where all the stars are? Like on the asphalt?
I think it's a Sunset Boulevard. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't so cool, I must say. Anyway, so we ended up in Santa Monica.
Santa Monica, on the other hand, is cool. Nice vibe. The beach, the pier. Also downtown with all the bars and restaurants.
But wait, so how far away is Santa Monica from LA?
It all merges into one, but Santa Monica is its own city. It's not LA anymore.
Okay, but it's part of LA.
No. Well, it's part of the bigger LA, but it's its own city.
Okay.
Like in the address, you have Santa Monica, not Los Angeles.
Okay, alright, okay. Yeah.
So how far is it? I would say 30, 40 minutes.
Okay.
Driving down the Santa Monica Boulevard.
Ah, very good. Okay.
And we wanted to spend the night there because even though we're all about camper vanning and nature and outdoor and like campfires, just like here, we still like to see cities or, towns if they're worthwhile. And we're suckers for live music. We love a good amount of bar hopping and just people watching, taking in the atmosphere of a city, of a place, not by the touristy things, but with the normal day-to-day things people are doing and going out.
Yeah, and we found really cool bars in Santa Monica,
Absolutely.
I must say. Like
yes.
Down almost close by the ocean, there's this one, I don't know, it's okay. We found really cool bars there. So we looked into RV parks or campgrounds near Santa Monica. Not a chance. I mean, there are some, but are further away from downtown, and then what's the point, right?
What's the point if you want to go out drinking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you need to catch an Uber, also even more expensive. So we said, okay, let's give stealth camping a try.
Because the thing in the US and cities, if you don't have a campground, hotels are not cheap.
I would say the U.S. has one of the most expensive hotels that I could ever think, price-wise, right? Like it's
also price for value, right?
Yeah.
The hostel that we actually looked into was sold out, so that was out of scope. And then we, like Jen said, let's try sleeping on the street. Obviously in a legal place. Santa Monica, at the time we were there, it was still legal. Obviously not living there, but to sleep there for one night. And it took us, only 10 minutes to find this little quiet residential street?
Yeah, this little street where we parked, and we're like, okay, we're gonna do this, right? So we set up our bed, we put our PJs out.
We wanted to have everything ready because we knew when we are coming back, we don't want any attention from no one. We just want to crawl in and be quiet and hope that no one will knock on the window.
I think we didn't even brush our teeth that night.
No.
Okay.
No.
For me, it was a horrible experience, I have to say, because we came back late in the evening, and then you're in the street in the middle of Santa Monica, and I have to say also there are a good number of homeless people around as well. Not in that
many.
specific area, but around Santa Monica and stuff. And then you're like, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, so we stayed in this residential street, 10 minutes walking from Santa Monica downtown. So really, really close by. And I must disagree, there were no homeless where we slept.
Well, I remember there were around the area.
well, two different memories, you know. Also, I wouldn't say it wasn't horrible. It was a bit awkward.
It
Definitely
was super awkward. Because we arrive and then we open the door, right? And then
we just, okay, anyone looking? No.
Get in, and then we have to, you know, like I will put a picture of our camper van if you don't know how it looked yet. It was like a normal car, and then on the bed we had to like change, and we closed all the curtains, and then we just literally went to bed.
Literally went to bed.
I think we had to, like, we made a point of peeing as the last thing before we left the last bar we were in, just to not have that annoyance when we got to the camper van.
And I mean, we slept alright. Probably not as sound as on a campground because you know you always have this. Is everything okay? Kind of.
Are the cops gonna come and knock? Yeah.
But it was okay. It was not horrible. It was awkward. Definitely not the best night, but you know, it was a free night, so we had that experience.
We saved a couple $100.
Definitely. And we have the story to tell.
Yeah.
So the next morning we woke up. Again, we kind of didn't really change much. We just slid from the bed to the front seats, drove around the block, and there was a gas station where we, you know, we actually needed ice for our cool box because it was not electrical in the US, and we used the bathroom, brushed our teeth, got fresh, and hit the road again. So
we call this the Yvonne method of showering, right? Where you just like splash water on your armpits, you know, maybe some other private areas, splash your face, and then we put on deodorant. And then we got to driving. Where did we go after Santa Monica? We drove then down the coast, right?
Actually, before we drove up the coast. It's not up the coast.
Yeah, sorry.
Before we drove up the coast, we actually did go down because we went to Venice.
True. So we hit Venice after Santa.
We had Venice Beach. Had some breakfast and then turned around and went up to Malibu on the coast. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, it was a fun night, I must say.
And that was actually the first time stealth camping in Santa Monica on our way back, because also the great thing about Santa Monica, it's so close to LAX, right, to the International Airport of Los Angeles.
I was going to say LAX. What do you mean by LAX?
LAX.
Yeah.
I like to call it LAX. Yeah. Very much.
LAX in German means actually salmon.
Yeah.
Just to know. Yeah.
Anyways, back to topic. So it's so close to the airport that we also spent our last night before flying out in the morning in Santa Monica again. This time we didn't stay on the street like the first time, but that time we actually went to this civic center parking lot that allows overnight parking. Again, very important, it allows overnight parking for $5 to $10.
Yeah, that was really cheap. Like, why didn't we do that on the first night?
Because we didn't find it.
Yeah.
And the thing there, it's you're at least in a parking lot, and you have more space, meaning it's not so awkward to step out of the van and be like on a sidewalk or on the street. You don't have like traffic passing you, right? So we chose that because we also had to repack, and we didn't really want to repack on the sidewalk. Again, awkward.
But repacking in a parking lot is less awkward. Actually,
it was less awkward.
That's true.
Absolutely. So we did the same thing again. Just this time that we spent a little bit of money just to have that
kind of
small
peace
level
of mind.
more of comfort.
And I think we still went to the same gas station before we went to the airport, right? We still hit that same gas station, which was around the corner. Also around that corner there was there's like a smaller pit stop where we also got fresh coffee.
Yes.
Yeah. That was also cool.
Cool area. Santa Monica is the place to be when you're hitting Los Angeles.
Yeah, skip LA. Go to Santa Monica. Santa Monica is so much cooler.
But you can, when you come from Las Vegas, just drive through like we did.
This is an imaginary map, by the way.
Imaginary map. Exit Silver Lake. Wait, I have to do it your way. Exit Silver Lake, and then just go down, Sunset Boulevard, Santa Monica Boulevard. You drive through Hollywood anyways to see the not so glitz and glimmers, and then keep on driving down through Beverly Hills, and you see all these fancy neighborhoods without giving them that much time. And then that's it. So what did we learn? Stealth camping is an option.
Awkward option, but still an option.
If you don't want to spend that much money. B, if you actually want to give it a try, because camper vanning is also about maybe going outside your comfort zone sometimes. And 3, just be sure it's legal. That also helps in the level of comfort, although you will never be 100% comfortable. Just be prepared also. Prepare for your experience. Don't start at like 11 p.m. of making a bed and having all the lights on and really telling people that you're going to sleep in there.
True,
So that's kind of what we learned from it.
Good. You nailed that one.
I nailed that one. Yes. Cheers to that.
So, cheers to that. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to check out all the other episodes that we have.
And please subscribe.
Yes, also very important. Subscribe, and we'll be telling more of our stories. If you have any questions, comments that you would like to share with us, let us know in the comments below. I just said comments twice, but you know what I mean. And again, if you have any questions, we'll be more than happy to answer them in one of our next videos. So, until then,
Keep on camper vanning.
what?